right. Hello, sweet lovelies. So today is all about choice. Um, so we're talking about the expression of celebration, the celebration of the expression of choice, right? So yeah, when we are expressing our choice, what does that look like? And in real life, we can see ourselves expressing choice in all that's around us, like what you wear for a shirt, what or clothing, um, in everything that you do that way. Also in the words we choose, and also like in our attitude, in how those are kind of like, I guess, tainted by our attitude, whether it be like, a happy attitude, or whether it be just kind of a less than happy attitude, an angry attitude, whatever it is, right? It is our choice to create that, what we put out into the world. And it's kind of like permission to, that's okay. That's okay to be whatever you choose, right? For example, this week, as I was kind of getting the graphics ready for this live, I was trying to decide on what to put on the graphics. And a lot of times we choose things for others, right? Like we say, oh, well, this will be better because it'll look nice for most of the audience, rather than choosing what is right for you. And so therefore, like this week, I was like, well, forget it. It's my celebration. So I'm going to choose what is right for me. And that's kind of what I chose, is like the things that are, that I love, right? Like lilacs and a field full of daisies and balloons and chocolate birthday cake. So those are kind of the things that I chose. And and even that statement that I said about, like, when we choose, do we choose for ourselves or do we choose for others? And that can be like a kind of a sticky part for us sometimes when we are taking different roles in our lives, right? We are, a woman, we are a sister, we are a father, we are a brother, whatever those roles are, and then that expectations that come with it. And whatever we choose, like there's going to be need for celebration of where you are and what you've chose. Like, so fucking good for you, because that is so important that we just celebrate whatever we choose, whether it be kind of more attached to different masks, or whether it be just the choice for the love of what you choose, right? It is all an expression of you and how you see yourself. And so I just encourage you this week, as we celebrate this, like, just celebrate your choices, whether it be like clicking into that beautiful ness of you, that authentic you, or whether that be like choosing things because you are a brother or I am a sister. That is your choice because you have got that label, you've got that mask that you wear, and celebrate it. That's okay wherever you are in life. That is where you're coming from, right? And when we lack the celebration of what we actually are in this moment, then that is when we get really detached from our authentic self, right? Because a lot of times we say, oh, well, if we're not our authentic self, then how can I celebrate this wonderful celebration of expression, right? But even like in all of my artwork, in all of my writing, in the food that I choose to eat, the clothes that I choose to wear, what is wrong with celebrating where I am right now? And recognizing that that is your choice, right? Because when we play the blame victim game, then that is the part that gets us again out of our alignment. Ooh, obviously, that's a good one because I can't say that like very well without the clear voice, right? I'm like, that's kind of that piece that maybe is hooked up on me or whatever, hooked up. So just breathe. And as we have that, those choices to, like my one friend, she was retiring and she says, she gave me like a flower lei and like a necklace. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And she's like, you know what? This is like a reminder. Put it where you can recognize this. It's a reminder that you get to choose every day. You get to choose to be happy. You get to choose to be sad. You get to choose where you come from each day in your attitude, right? And so, yes, I have it in my vehicle and I'm just like, put it there just to remember that, right? We get to choose each day where our happiness is. Where does our happiness lie? Do we choose to have like this attitude that we are less than? Or do we choose to have this attitude of fulfillment, of satisfaction, of I am enough? And when we come to our world in satisfaction, in like this peace of love and an acceptance of us, then ooh, that piece of like, I am enough. I can do this. I fucking got this, right? And just this piece of like confidence that we are making the choice today and whatever it is. And yes, we have got shitty stuff that happens in our lives. And yes, we have difficult choices and we have like a pile of like time crunch stuff that needs to get done and all of these things. But then we also have an availability to choose how we attack it or how we like, or if we attack it or if we be like, oh, okay, next thing is on our agenda is this, like in this sort of calm way, or do we go into it going, okay, this thing, and totally I've been at all of those stages, and and I'm sure a lot of you have been at multiple stages of attitude of like, where do you come from, like how do you approach things? And it's sort of like this. Because when we choose to do something as fun, like, right? If we choose to do like something like as a fun game or like something that's not so serious, then it's much easier to kind of like approach it and be with it than it is if it was like just this serious thing that has to happen. And not that either are better or worse, but there's kind of more of a lightness when it comes to things that are done in fun and done in play. Yeah. Because even you look at kids as they do things, it's very simple for them. Things happen quickly for them. They're just kind of rolling with the punches and, things are pretty like they come easily. So what if we were more open to maybe that choice of play, that choice of fun, that choice of celebration, because that's really what celebration is like this allowing to be fun, allowing to give like just kind of a little permission to go yay, like, and kind of get out of that like restricted movement that we do in our adulting and our day-to-day adulting that we do, right? So yeah. That is a good thought. Cool. Just take a few breaths. Yeah. And as we come to celebrate our expression of choice, right, in this childlike way, in this fun, like, ooh, what should I choose today? This one or this one? Oh, which one should I choose? Like, which way should I go? Should I go that way or that way? Just kind of allow yourself to kind of have these little choices and have this kind of fun play. Because a lot of times when we're like, oh, I need to be happy, I have to be like just such a happy person. And when it's not a part of your truth, then that just kicks your butt. Because you're like, why is this hard? Why can't I make this happiness choice, right? Because it's not part of your truth at that moment. And choosing to be angry, choosing to express your anger, choosing to do that also isn't wrong. I actually was thinking about doing this, making this choice of like, and I've done it a few times, is doing the smash therapy, like doing the rage room. And the last time I went to a rage room, I was like, well, I'm not really that angry, I'm like pretty good. I'm like, I've got this, and then I get in there and I'm hitting things and it's like, yeah, like it's not a big deal. And then it was like, finally I was like, okay, why are you here? And then I just started hitting and putting my whole body into that, like just, using a bat and smashing things, and I just like totally made that choice to immerse myself in what I was doing, right? And in what did I go there for? And then I started like feeling that anger that I've had building in my body. And I just started expressing it and just like smashing. And I was like, holy cow, there it is. That is the reason that I'm here. Right? And that was really a phenomenal anger release. And I could see where the pain was and why it was there. And then it was just like I was allowed to release it. And a lot of times we as women, but also men nowadays, we don't have this permission to be angry, where do we get rid of our anger? Like, where are we allowed to express our anger in a healthy way? And a lot of our anger expression is, thought of and taught in our society to like hide it, don't express it, you're kind, you're gentle, let's talk about it. Well, frick, lots of times you don't want to talk about it. You just want to express it, get it over with, and like move on, people. And that's kind of what, like, we have a choice whether to bottle it up or to keep it keep it in, or we can express it. We can make that choice to express our anger. And either is fine. And we are, I find, and it's not for everybody, but using those rage rooms is really a great expression, like to release for me. and just kind of let that anger out, because otherwise, it just bubbles. It bubbles, it bubbles. And then it just, when you finally can't take it anymore, guess who it gets like put on is usually, for me at least, is somebody in my family, and just kind of like, rah, like angry words, right? And yeah, it's just kind of a little bit difficult to just like, not hold that in. Like it's difficult to hold our anger in, but it's our choice whether we do or not, right? So, yeah. And what else could be possible that we are, missing in our lives? That what other choices? Because a lot of times we just think there's only two choices, that's it, but there's so many choices out there in each situation. So here's a tool for today. Ask yourself, what other possibilities, like what other choices can I make, or what am I not getting about this situation? Yeah, those are all great questions to ask yourselves. Like, what am I not getting about this that maybe I've missed, right? And maybe this is going to come to you in like, don't answer it. Just like let the answer come to you. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So anyway, give you guys love today. I hope you have a wonderful day making choices and yeah, just adventuring in the world. All right. Celebrate your choice. Bye.